cis women is inherently transphobic. Well, here's the reason why it's transphobic. I'm going to explain it. It's very simple. It's because they think that they're women. So at any point, whenever you draw a distinction between a trans woman and a biological woman, that
Well, I guess Adam only works with the three supports, I guess.
That's the reason why it happens. Like, I don't even know why, like, I mean, maybe we're asking this question and pretending to be retarded,
that
right?
would work.
But, like, that's clearly why. And not cis women, yeah, exactly. You're only an ally until they decide you're not. And I'm big on inclusivity in the trans community already. It has the rest of GC to participate in. Why does it matter if a small tournament doesn't wish to include them? It's actually very simple why. It's extremely simple why. It's because if the tournament doesn't include them, then they're not real women. That's the reason why. That's exactly it. That's the main purpose. That's why they want to be part of the tournament. That's the whole thing. And so, yeah, it's literally that. I mean, I don't know why, like, I mean, the problem is, like, I mean, you should be able to understand what these people's point of view is, right? And why don't they just lie? Because it's pretty obvious. Game Challengers, the pro scene for women in Valorant, well, trans women shouldn't be competing in biological women's tournaments, right? I mean, it's just because men and women obviously are different. They're different with everything, you know, like eye-hand coordination, reaction time, etc. is different. That's why you see, and I saw somebody making a post about this, and I actually even responded to it. I don't make a lot of tweets, but I do every once in a while. And so this is somebody saying, biological girls only in a Valorant tournament. The whole reason I love competing in esports rather than actual sports is because there are no biological advantages and disadvantages to playing video games. So I don't understand the reasoning behind excluding trans women in this. Well, obviously at the highest levels of competitive play, men are better. Only a retard would look at something that happens 100 out of 100 times and come to the conclusion that there's no correlation. Biology is real, even if you pretend it's not. Too bad, huh? And I start watching your stream. Yeah, exactly, right? And so different brands, genitals, bone mass, etc. They want us to acknowledge they're trans, but then when we call them trans, they call transphobe. Well, they want to be they don't want to be acknowledged as trans. They only want to be acknowledged as a woman, right? That's really what the goal is. I think that's generally what it is. And so who is the base poster? Yeah, I mean, that's really it. I mean, there's a reason why, for example, like even in chess, there are different grandmaster levels. Like a woman grandmaster, like let me see if I can find this. Let me see if I can pull this up, bro. Like, this kid? Oh my gosh. What is this bullshit? Get the fuck out of here. Just give me a fucking link.
Judge, jury, execution.
Here we go.
What's that?
That's for me to better sit. I'm 12.
How old are you?
11. And I'm a master.
Wow.
I'm small too. And I'm a grandmaster.
Yeah, but you're really. I'm only 2200.
Still higher than you.
Who cares? I'm much younger.
And so this kid, like, yeah, but you're a woman grandmaster. I mean, like, no, but I mean, like, I'm a real one. Not like a real one, though, right? So anyway, no, in chess it's because women are assumed to be historically oppressed. That's all. The thing, women need special treatment to equalize. Right. They're oppressed, and giving them a higher rank is what the reason why. Pull up the video of the girl going against the Grandmaster and playing on her phone and getting it taken away. It's hilarious. I didn't see that at all. That's where you get women healers in video games. They usually panic. Exactly. And so this is really the only anomaly was Judith Polgar.
What do you mean by that?
In the world, including men. Some say it's a lower size pool. Well, the thing is that. So if you have, let's say, like a 1 in 100 chance, if you have 100 chances, you're probably going to hit that 1 in 100. If you have a 1 in 1,000 chance, the probability is much lower that you're going to have it happen. It's not that women have a ceiling, it's that the probability of the stars aligning to where women are going to be this good and be this much of a genetic anomaly to be this good at something is extremely, extremely low. That's why all the tallest people are men, all the strongest people are men, etc. Now, it doesn't mean that there aren't strong women. Of course there are. Or tall women. Of course there are. But at the same time, whenever you go into the extremes, right? Judith Polgar and realize how much charge you're taking. So this is a person, so you're arguing with me because you can come up with one example. Do you really think that? So I want you to ask yourself a question. The fact that you can come up with one example, don't you think that that kind of proves my point?
Okay, alright,
Don't
Legal.
you think that proves my point that you can come up with one example? Her sister too? What do you think that, so do you think that there is no biological difference between men and women in their thinking and reaction time? What about IQ? What even is his argument? He's a great chess player. What does that have to do with the topic? Well, here's what it has to do with the topic. The averages, women on average are 5'3", but I'm 5'4". Fighter pilots are women. What do you think the percentage of that is? It's cultural, not biological? Really? Oh, it's cultural. Okay. Well, how many cultures? Let me think about this, right? So why is it that inside of every single culture, the same thing is happening? It's cultural, right? This is it. So Alexander the Great, a woman, exactly less than 10%. This is, again, it's just a fucking moron, right? And anybody that thinks like this is retarded, right? And just the problem that people have like this is that they think in terms of exceptions because they don't understand like averages, right? They can't understand statistics. So whenever they see something that is an exception to a rule, then they think that that disproves the rule. That's the way that a retard thinks. Those are people that shouldn't be allowed to vote, right? And they don't understand statistics. Yes, exactly. And so I've got another example. Yes, of course. And I'd agree if chess was physical sport, learning moves is something called women can do just as easily in 2026. Then why do you think, that there is a, like with esports, for example, men are overwhelmingly dominating every single one of these competitive spaces. Whether it is, esports, regular sports, chess. Why do you think that's happening?
Anyone willing to help?
Healing power.
Feeling fantastic.
Cosmic might.
That, like, literally in every single instance, in every single place in the world, because if it was just culture, here's another example, right? If it was just culture, you would see different cultures that would obviously produce different results. They don't. They all produce the same results. That's how you know it's not culture. It's all mental? Yes, exactly.
Us against the world.
At the competitive level, men have a reaction time 30 to 50% milliseconds faster than women. It's extremely significant. Yeah. It's more hands are used in esports like CSGO or more. Chess is all mental is what I think. Do you think that men and women's brains are the exact same? Do you think that? Like, so just because you say it's all mental, as if this means that it's the same. Men and women don't think the same. They don't have the same kind of brain. Absolutely not. Okay, so if you know that men and women's brains are not the same, and you recognize that in every physical sport, men outperform women, what would lead you to the conclusion that women would be able to compete with men when every single other instance they don't? What would make you think that? No, simp, she's not gonna fuck you. I know, it's not even about being a simp, right? It's just the truth. And honestly, I think women should have their own spaces. They can compete with each other. I think that's what's totally fine. And I mean every single sport, right? Reaching the top requires enormous dedication. Women are generally not able to sacrifice social life for it. I think it's a lot more to that. Women have 1/3 smaller brains. It's biology. Really? Well, don't they make 77 cents to the dollar of a man? Well, maybe, you know what? Maybe that gender gap made sense after all. I don't know if that's true. TikTok prank man gets arrested on 6 felonies. What's he doing?
You think this is like a TikTok thing?
It is a TikTok thing. I clocked it immediately.
Nice. Good job, Hopping Night.
These idiots are going to do this for the wrong guys. Or a guy that's having a bad day, and they're going to get hurt.
When a TikTok prank draws millions of views online, a young influencer sets out to top it with an even bigger viral hit. But after one stunt spirals into chaos and violence, the attention it brings is not the kind he had in mind.
Chevy police, come to the front door. Nothing in your hands.
The following is based on official police records to date, and some of the footage has never been seen before until now.
What is this?
Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. On March 17, 2025, police in Tempe, Arizona respond to a Chipotle after the manager, Emma, reported an unusual encounter at the restaurant.
What'd they do?
You're Emma?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what happened?
Yeah, I can show you videos. I had a customer.
You think this is like a TikTok thing?
It is a TikTok thing. I clocked it immediately. And yeah, it was just like harassing, just getting in the face and stuff.
Your personal signs have been lacking.
Bro pulled up with his own army of workers, so I'm here to make sure.
Make sure you guys are staying in check.
Vacation's over.
So I'm going to clean house. Go ahead and bring in the guys. These are my workers.
Oh man.
I need a
6 felons. Wow.
over here, guys.
The group of fake workers all appear to be dressed in Chipotle branded hats and t-shirts. Emma claims that business was disrupted by the group's behavior, some of which was captured on video by an employee and customer.
And the thing is, here's the other reason too, is that like if you let people do this, some of these are kind of harmless, but the problem is that you can't have a pattern of this behavior because then the harmlessness turns into harm. That's the issue. Did it escalate? Yeah, because somebody else will want to get even more views, or even more views. Excuse me. I think that the amount of TikTok pranks that just are distilled down into committing crimes and disrupting business and harassing people, I think that needs to be reduced massively. And I think that we need to have an additional charge, the same as we have like hate crimes. I think that we need to have an additional charge that's leveraged at people who commit crimes while they are live streaming or while they are creating some form of internet content. And I think that it should be like a multiplier in the same way that hate crimes are a multiplier. What about the Scientology speedruns? I think they should do that to them too.
Those monsters look hungry.
The people that are the Scientologists are law-abiding citizens that think something that's really stupid. I don't think that they should have any sort of interference with their stupidity. There's no, it's very simple. You can't do that. Like, that's it. Like, those are people that are committing crimes. And also, there's no business doing that. They have a right to worship in peace. Yep, that's right. Even if it's stupid. They're doing this for financial gain. Yep. We out. Man.
Do you want the incident documented, or they're gone?
I mean, they're gone, so I guess it's fine. I don't know if we need a documented or not. I mean,
However you want to
do it.
Do it.
time.
Oh, apparently there is.
Surprised the video had already begun circulating online, and it didn't take long for anyone to locate the source.
Oh, this is the TikTok guy, actually. His name is... This is his TikTok. Heston James.
Heston James. What a stupid ass name. Oh my god. What year is this? Like 1951? Heston? Who the fuck names their kid Heston?
He's been going around a whole bunch of different stores.
The TikTok account at Hera Cloud is owned by 24-year-old Heston James Cobb. On both TikTok and Instagram, Heston gained a following by pranking employees at recognizable stores.
So he's gone around. Oh, so this is how you racked up all the other felonies. Oh, that's good.
Including Target, Michaels, Home Depot, and Best Buy. His Instagram reels alone have been collectively viewed over 700 million.
You wouldn't give up. But now it's time to see
According to police records, no formal report was taken on this incident. As it stood, no one was harmed or assaulted, and nothing was damaged or threatened in the restaurant. Less than 5 minutes later, however, Tempe officers would once again Heston James.
Just the way they frame it.
Months later, however, Tempe officers would once again Heston James. On July 7, 2025, Heston was appeared at a Jiffy Lube auto shop. This time, the workers don't believe jumpsuits, very tools, and pretended to work on cars as captured on local videos security cameras.
Now we're doing something that's from. That's bad. Is it safety issue? Yeah, sure This way you press charges the first time. Yep.
According
and this is what I said before, right? Remember how I said how all nuisance streamers end up dead or in jail? Like that is the final conclusion for all nuisance streaming, is because basically there is a it's like a thing where they have to continue upping the ante and doing something that's even more extreme than the last time. So eventually they'll do that and they'll hit the ceiling. They'll either annoy somebody who is a really bad actor and they'll get hurt, or they'll end up getting themselves put in jail.
police records, no one was assaulted, nothing was stolen or damaged, and if Heston recorded anything, it wasn't published to his social media platforms.
Yeah.
But he was far from finished.
Another one.
The next day, Heston's group targeted 3 more auto shops, including
this. See? You either nip this in a bud, or it gets a lot worse.
One owned by a man named Dave, who shares his fears that their actions will quickly lead to dangerous consequences if they aren't stopped.
These idiots are going to do this to the wrong guys, or a guy that's having a bad day, and they're going to get hurt.
Officers learned.
And by the way, when that happens, the entire world is going to be happy. Everybody is going to be so happy. It's going to be like Charlie Kirk, but instead of half of the country being happy about it, the entire country is going to be happy about it.
That those concerns became a reality during the group's final prank of the day, when they were dispatched to a Pep Boys after a 911 caller reported a strong-arm robbery.
Bro, I'm just telling you, that's the way it is.
Have you guys seen these two before or anything?
No.
Or how many were there?
15. 10 to 15 guys? Whatever fits in that van. It was loaded.
Seriously?
Yes.
Ow, all right.
Fucking with the Pep Boys.
Okay. For being frank. But
Cool. I will.
that was
do that.
scary.
Though they had no working cameras, the manager's account of what happened closely mirrors a video Heston posted to TikTok, showing the same prank unfolding at a different auto shop.
Yeah, he obviously
Just
did
like
it.
in the video, the Pep Boys manager claims they were approached by 2 young men who said they were from corporate.
I'm just going to be bringing in all my guys because you guys have been doing a really slow job. I've been getting multiple complaints. I'm from corporate, I told you. So this is for them. I'm calling to my guys, and they're going to be working on all these cars. They're not?
Get to calling them.
Oh, get to calling them? All right, let's see. Here they are right here. I think this is them right here.
Uh-oh.
Come on, come on, come on, everyone, come on, come on, come on. Come on, everyone, get to work.
An employee of the Pet Boys described seeing the group pile out of the van much in the same way.
It was a full-size like
The thing is that, like, if I was a retarded teenager, and even now, I mean, I do find this to be moderately amusing. Like, there is the, you know, like the obnoxious, edgy, bum fights loving, retarded 14-year-old that would scream into the Xbox Live mic. Well, he's still inside of me. It is amusing, but you just can't do it. You just can't do this, guys. You can't do it.
passenger van.
Oh, look, guys, people want to misunderstand things on purpose. I don't care about that.
That holds like 15 people, and there was a ton of them coming out. It was like a clown car.
What was he screaming?
One after another.
Came out.
All of them holding fire irons, tools of some sort, weapons. Then piling out. Literally.
What would you do if you were a kid?
And I was telling them,
This. I would do this house.
I would. They forced their way in.
Did anybody touch you?
I would absolutely be the kind of kid that would do this with my friends. I would do this. And and I'll tell you that if the thing is, like, not really, yeah, 100%. Like, and so no, I'm being honest, right? And or like, let's say I'm not doing this, I'm doing something else that's illegal too, right? I mean, and if I saw this guy get arrested, I would tell Jeff, like Zach, Cleo, Mo, and all my other friends, Eddie, fucking Bogey, like fucking everybody else that like would do any kind of bullshit with us. I would say, guys, we got to stop. Austin, I'd be like, God, we got to stop. Camera, yeah, exactly. And but that was his name. And so yeah, I would say, God, I'm done. Like, fuck that.
Wait through. They touched, yes, and push and push, yeah. It might not have been with hands, it could have been with shoulders, but I just moved out of the way so they could gain access.
In the TikTok recording, the fake employees can be seen carrying in tools, which they use as they pretend to work on the cars under Heston's instruction.
Yo, everyone, take that tire off. Take that tire off, quick.
Gear up. These enemies won't quit.
Jesus. This is over in Portland. Look at that.
Hero at their peak. I hate to admit it, but I'm
Alright, so I'm pretty sure I'm in danger.
This is like, you know what this is like?
I am going
This is like if you go and, like, after I was playing Cyberpunk, like, you go into, like, one of the aisles, and it's, like, some random aisle from, you know, like, some random, like, bunch of fucking idiots, basically. And it's like you aggro some random Cyberpunk gang, and they just start yelling at you and running after you. Yeah.
They just do a block in my face. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's hope your luck continues.
Okay, so that
Isn't it crazy that there's a really, really easy solution. There is a super easy solution. Some people might not like it, but it works. I just hope that in the year 2028, I'll have a chance with a guy that will solve the problem. I don't know, maybe it'll take 2032, maybe 2036, but eventually, I'm going to be able to vote for a guy that's going to solve this problem.
At their peak. I hate to admit it, but
I'm waiting. I'm very excited to be able to vote for that guy.
I'm in serious danger.
Yep. They're feral. They're rabid. Uh-oh.
I'm in danger! Help!
Now,
Help!
who's the real monster?
I'm a journalist. I'm in danger.
Why aren't they over there controlling?
I'm in danger.
Ancestral
I'm in danger.
The police are running away.
I just got a assault to do that. I'm a journalist.
Ancestral
The thief just threw a rock in your face. Yes, I have it on camera. And he just threw it out. Gosh, I can't breathe. Yeah. Hold on.
You got the free.
Blue City, they don't care. I guess. Seattle's such a beautiful city that has mental patients. Portland Police. This is the cosmetic police department that they have there. On bicycles.
I can't get this. Okay. I'm journalist.
Why the fuck these crazy gangs allowed to do this? The reason why the crazy gangs are allowed to do this is because people call people like me crazy. Because there is an easy way to solve this problem. There is. And everybody knows it. But the reason is that we allow our empathy and our sympathy for these people and our perceived values to allow us to create complete chaos. It is crazy on both ends. I don't think it's crazy. I think that it's actually, I think that if you look at every civilized society in history, there is somebody inside of that history that thinks a lot like I do, that had the same solution, and they solved the problem. I think that if you look at every single instance, every single place, every single outcome, the same thing happened. Really? What's the solution? You send in the National Guard, you violently arrest, and you, if they are violent, brutalize these people to the extent that they can never do it again. And then you put them in camps and you keep them there. That's what you do. And if they're very violent, then you shoot them with a gun. It's really simple. And then that would be the end of it. It'd be gone. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's just pretty fucking obvious, right? It's back to basics. Yeah, duh, of course. The water gun? No, not a water gun.
Assaulted me. They threw a rock in my face, hit my nose, and yeah, they were screaming.
You have it on video?
Yeah.
Can you try to pull it up so I can see it?
Yeah, it's on this live stream.
Okay.
They throw rocks, they throw web, yeah.
Why don't we,
Sadly, nowhere outside the U.S. people are this nuts.
You can pull it up.
No, actually, people are this nuts. They're this crazy everywhere, but they are controlled because there is a expectation of violence. Then, you're going to stop that from happening. That's the reason why. So, yeah, can we kill Nazis then? Well, there aren't any Nazis. I mean, yeah, if a Nazi tries to attack you with a rock, then of course you should be able to kill them. Yeah, duh, of course, it's self-defense. I mean,